What's up, babe, and everybody else? It is Mark, the FUT founder, and welcome back to the Founder Academy. It is Team of the Season La Liga Day, so we have to do a quick video here because we're actually heading to the airport again to fly out. So very similar to our EPL one that we did, we are going to try to rush through this, and we're going to do a very quick pack opening. I was just spending the last couple minutes taking a look at my swap tokens. I thought I was going to be able to do the 84 plus by 20, and I'm one token short. So I looked at the objectives, and the new ones that just came out require you to either go online and score 5 goals, which I don't have time to do because everybody's going to be super sweaty and they're just going to quit out after one game, or you have to go into 5 games offline, and I just don't have time for any of that. So it's unfortunate, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. We'll have to do it when an SBC comes out when we're away this weekend. And if I can hold off and try to do it online or recording it when I get back, maybe we'll do that, but I might have to do it while I'm away, which is just unfortunate. I really don't want to have to do that. I would like to be able to capture it, so we'll see. Well, it depends on how much, what are we doing here? Streamlabs desktop. I don't want any of that stuff. Yeah, we'll see if we can do it while we're away. Do it when we get back. If I've got the willpower to actually be able to hold on, I'll do it while I'm back in town, and it's going to be early next week, probably like Tuesday. So if not, if I'm just fiending because they release an SBC like an Aguero or something like that, I might just do it while I'm away and end up doing the Aguero. But you guys will find that out in the next video. So let's get right into it, guys. They released the Team of the Season La Liga, as you guys can see here, that little panel on the right there. We're not going to go through every single card because you guys have probably seen it. It's all over Twitter, all over FUTBin, everything. They leaked it yesterday. There's some really awesome cards. Obviously, we'd love to get Vinny. Benzema has actually been a card that I was really interested in this year for the first time. Modric, Pedri is the big one. But really, any of these guys, honestly, any of them, I would be really happy with that. Ansu Fati we'll take a look at in a sec. That will be a really cool card, and the Isco. So let's get some of these crap packs that we're not super interested in, getting them out of the way. Obviously we're not going to pack anything in these, but I've got the 2 La Liga packs that are going to be of use to us. Are any of these worth anything? Yeah, so we just discard all of this stuff. Just because, look, at this stage in FIFA, you probably have all that stuff, 1,000 coins, and then that. So all those golds are just going to be good because they're going to be like fodder for upcoming SBCs. Almost everything now is like SBCs that are just trying to rinse your club of anything gold related. We don't have a whole lot of coins. We have 11,000, so we can't really buy any of these guys. I could sell some stuff if there's somebody that I really want that badly. Oh, that's not a bad little pack. What was that, a small rare gold pack? I don't even know what I got. I think that was one of the little flash challenges. Rare mixed. I'm actually surprised that I had this many. I didn't think I had this many packs just kind of sitting in my club there. What is this? Center back. Mats Hummels. He'll be of use. So yeah, I apologize, guys, that I'm really having to rush through all this stuff. I don't think, yeah, this stuff isn't tradable, so we will just throw that all in the club. Mega pack. But we're finally getting to the final stages of these packs that have just been... I've been almost accidentally open these packs so many times, guys, and they're league specific. So like, I'm really thankful that I haven't, because I would have thought that I would have accidentally done that at least once by now. So again, we'll throw all that stuff. I'm going to keep the gold, the big gold ones, just because I can always discard them later. We'll get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Actually, that River Plate kit's not too bad. Let's hold on to that. Sometimes I like to throw on these random kits. The Invincibles. Let's just chuck him up there. The Dragao we already have. I don't think it'll sell, so the stadiums are an interesting one. I think people just don't really care about stadiums anymore, but I actually use those stadiums, those offline stadiums, sometimes. Not offline stadiums, but I use some of the stadiums. I like to rotate them just to mix things up a little bit. I would love to be able to just get one of these guys in any of these packs here. I can't believe how many duplicates I have in this pack, because we basically have nothing in the club. So that is crazy. Let's just discard those for now. We'll quick sell recover them later. But we are just in a bit of a rush. So the last 11 times 81 plus. The 84 by whatever. Oh my god, we didn't even get one single one. That's annoying. What is this? Antoine Griezmann. So it's going to be good fodder. That's kind of disappointing. Throughout the course of the week, obviously, we'll grind away. This stuff is all going to go into like the guaranteed Team of the Season SBC that we'll do later on. That's actually not a terrible pack considering some of the cards that are in there. We will just do that. And yeah, in terms of the SBCs, they released 2 SBCs today. Or sorry, was it? Well, they released this Opena, who I'll actually do. The annoying part about this one is you actually have to put a team of the season. It's only an 80 rated team, but like you have to put a team of the season player in it, or a team of the week. Like that's really annoying because those are really expensive. For an 82 rated card, just make it an 80 rated squad and job done. But whatever, that's EA for you. This card's really interesting, this Isco. 92 pace. Wow. This card will be really, really good. I don't know if too many people are going to do it. I mean, you might want to just have him if you're building a Liga team. He might be a good little link, but he'll be a really good card. What do you have to do for this? 85, 86, 88. That is really expensive. So you have to really want that Isco. This will end up doing just because he'll be cheap as chips. And then, yeah, we eventually will get the swaps done, and we are going to do this one. We're going to do the... Why is that silver? This game's so buggy. The 84 plus by 25. 25? I thought it was 20. So we will do that later. All we need is one more token, and we will open that. So you guys will probably see that, but if not, if they release, like I said, that Aguero SBC while I'm gone, don't be surprised if we end up doing that while I'm gone. This one, super easy to do. You can do it in squad battles. There's that other token that I probably need to get. And then win 8 matches. So, yeah, they always have that one in there because they want to force you to play a whole bunch of games. So that's, I mean, this is going to be a really good card. It's super grindable. We'll come back and get that one done early next week. The Ansu Fati, to be honest with you, I mean, you guys know me. I don't like doing the friendly stuff. I just find them really annoying to do. The online friendlies, I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not a massive Ansu Fati fan. Like, I don't really need this. What does this card look like? I guess I can't check out the skills, but if he's 5-star, 5-star, it gives you, when you click in the right stick, it gives you the token. I don't really care about the token, guys. How do you, I guess you can't view the stats of that card. That's really annoying. But yeah, this is an iffy. If we have time and I'm just not doing anything next week, like I've got a lot of time on my hands, maybe I will try to grind this, but the fact that he's a left winger and there's not a whole lot of left wingers in the game that are actually like really that good, we could use him, but depends on what else we pack during the course of the week, because right now he doesn't link to anything that I have. The Jesus Navas, this is an interesting one, which we will definitely do at some point. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. In terms of the video, I also promised an answer to a gentleman who is new to our channel. Let's see, let's grab the... Well, I've got a bunch of windows open here, guys. Okay, so this is from Football Fum, who is new to our channel. He discovered us through the handicap video that we did. So thank you. I appreciate your supporting. He said subbed, so very good explanation video. Do you believe it's the same in FIFA 22? Yes, I do. But this is the question that he asked, which I definitely wanted to address. He said, what I don't understand is, can you improve your morale by playing/winning with a different team in squad battles, which transfers to your main team? As you said, it's in all game modes. So the reason that I wanted to answer this really quickly for you, Football Fum, is because there is a little bit of confusion. If you played Ultimate Team prior to FIFA 14, this would be really simple, because I would just say it's the exact same concept of morale, right? It's the exact same thing that used to be on cards, and it's just carried on in the game code. So if you've played older versions of FIFA, just think it's still in there. They took it off the face of the card. It's just gone. For those of you that have no idea what morale is or what it used to do to your cards, essentially think of it like this. Here's your opponent at 99, and here's you at 99. You could be playing in any game mode. You could be playing offline against squad battles. You could be playing online in FUT Champs, or you could be playing online in divisions. Don't count FUT Draft. That's a totally different story. This is literally your card. So the reason I put my team on the screen, I'll come back to in a second. But if you lose, let's say this is your first game of FUT Champs and you lose, your team goes from 99 to, let's say, 90, right? Somewhere in there. And the next game you go into, so game 2, if your opponent's here at 99 and you've lost your last game, you're starting here. So you're starting at a disadvantage. So think of it as you're starting at a handicap. So you're playing that whole game with a disadvantage, right? So if your opponent wins, let's say just because his team's playing better and he's a really good opponent, it's just a really fair matchup, but he's got that slight advantage and he wins 1-0 or 2-1, the next game, for game 3, you're going to start here at like 85 or 80. So it starts snowballing, and it's very hard to get yourself out of that. The only way to get the morale back up for your players is to go into games. And the reason that I say squad battles is because if you go online, you're playing against an opponent who's probably got he could be really high, he could have 99 morale on his players, and you are really low, like you're at like 80. It's hard to dig yourself out because you're playing all these games. You're going into a game with lower morale, and it's just hard to dig yourself out. So I just say go offline, crush the computer on like amateur or semi-pro or something, get your squad battle points, and just get your team's morale back up by just crushing the computer. That's the only really way to do it. You can do it online, but it's harder because you're playing against an opponent. You're playing against a real life human being, and to dig yourself out of that hole, it's very, very tough. So the reason that some people are able to do it online in like FUT champs is because they've lost 3 or 4 in a row when they probably could have just gone offline and just lost 1, and the next thing you know, they're back at 99. But they continue to play until their elo matches them up against somebody else who's really low, if that makes sense, right? So to go back to your question, can you do it with another team? Think of it this way. It doesn't matter what your squad is. You could go and pick a different squad. If these are the 11 players that I used online and they lost that game, these cards are going to have that morale associated. It's associated with a card, right? So let's say I made 1 sub during the course of the game. I swapped out Puskas and I put in Sancho, and we end up losing the game. These 11, including Sancho, or sorry, the 12, I guess now, because you've got your 11 starters plus that Sancho, all of those cards, their morale drops for the next game. So if I went into another team, so remember that, I've got my 12, and let's say I go into another team, and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to go play another online game, but I'm going to use a different team. So I use this team. The only card that would have been affected in this team is that Jadon Sancho. So you're not going to notice it that much because it's only the 1 card, but the rest of this team has not been affected because they didn't use them, right? So morale is associated with a card. So if I just went offline and I just went like, okay, I want to get my morale back up, I can't just pick this Holland team or this Eredivisie team because none of these guys were involved in that last game. So none of these cards have been affected. Think of it as like almost like a virus. A virus gets attached to an individual card. So the only way to get them out is to take these players that you've used. You can not this squad. You can change the team, you can change the formation, but if you're using that one individual card right here, those are the guys that are affected right now. Think of it that way. Think of that card has got a virus on it, and I need to get the virus off by winning. I know it sounds crazy, guys, but this is what morale was in older versions of FIFA. It was associated with a card. The other caveat to that, the last thing, is that when you get a new card or you do an SBC or you buy a card off the market, they default to 80. So a lot of people go and they just go, okay, I've just got this new Kevin De Bruyne. He's going to be awesome. And he plays like crap. There's going to be a ton of times where and there's a new card on the market and you're going to see it and it's only got 1 or 2 games because people got frustrated because they just go, Kevin De Bruyne sucks. This card sucks. It's because he defaults to 80. That's what was in the original FIFA games, and they just take the code and copy and paste it and tweak it. But the concept of morale is still in the game. That card, that new card that you got, is defaulting to 80. So it needs 3 or 4 wins before you're actually going to see it at its full potential. So that, I know that sounds really confusing, guys. I hope you guys followed along with that because I know it can be really frustrating, but it's literally, it's not a conspiracy. It's not EA trying to screw you over. It's just lazy coding. That's all it is. It's just an old game code that they've just continued. They just take it, they copy and paste the next one, and then they stamp the new version on it, and then they put in new game modes. They tweak some things like, oh, you've got new skill moves, and you've got a new game mode here, and you've got different type of crossing, and all these new features that come in the game. But it's fundamentally, it's the same game code. They just take it, they take FIFA 22, they put FIFA 23, literally they stamp it FIFA 23, and then they tweak it for the new game features in order to try to sell FIFA 23. So morale is still in the game code. That's all it is. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to leave it down below in the comments. That's all That's all you really need to know about it, right? Is if your team is if you've taken on losses, they are getting moraled, and you need to take them into another game where you're going to win. It can be online, it can be offline. It's just going to be harder to do online because you have to do it against a real life opponent. And believe me, it's much harder to do than beating the computer on a really low level. So hopefully that helps you, football fun. I know that's a really quick overview of it. I plan on making like a full video to really detail this because people just want to believe in handicap and scripting and all this other crazy nonsense. But my belief is literally morale has been the source of most people's frustrations because they come into the game and they go, it's bad gameplay, but really it's because they've lost a couple games and their team is all getting morale. It's really that simple. But people don't want to believe that. They want to believe whatever EA say. Oh, we took it out of the game years ago. It's not in there. It's still in the game code. I've tested this hundreds and hundreds of times. It's been in for years. It was in FIFA 21. It was in FIFA 20. It was in FIFA 19. It's been in for years and years and years because they haven't properly taken it out of the code. So that is going to be the end of today's video, guys. I appreciate you sticking with me to the very end. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them down below. And until next time, guys, take care. Peace. Have a great weekend.